Hey there, welcome back to the Infotech Steps, and today we'll be learning how we can access Windows Active Directory with the help of Ansible. So the prerequisite for this is going to be we must have an Ansible node. So we have Ansible installed. The next is we must have a domain controller where we have hosted Active Directory. The third is the WinRM port. So we'll be communicating it over NTLM, and the port is WinRM. So we must have it open. The port is 5985 over HTTP, and if it is over HTTPS, then it is going to be 5986. But here we are going to use a WinRM port over HTTP. So this should be open from Ansible node to remote domain controller. That is our Windows Active Directory server. All right. So for this setup, so we must have Ansible installed. So I'm assuming that you have Ansible node ready. If you don't have it ready, then you can follow the documentation. I mean the blog link that I'll put it in the description so that you can access it and get this installed. So I have opened here as well, but nevertheless, I'll send it in the description as well. All right. So here we have the JCP project where we have one Ansible node and multiple domain controllers and DFS. So we are interested right now in only Ansible node and DC. I mean, this DC one, that is domain controller one. All right. So let's quickly put down the IP of these nodes. So we'll be accessing Ansible node from SSH via browser only. So we don't need to record the IP. And if you talk about the DC, I mean domain control, so we'll be accessing it publicly. So we have the public IP over here. I'll simply copy it and uh, look for here. All right, so now let's get into this. Oh, I don't remember the password. All right, so let's go to Ansible and I'm connecting it via SSH. So it will come up in a minute. So meanwhile, you can see we have this internal IP, and these two are in different subnets, and specific ports are only opened across these nodes. So let's see if this is back. All right, so here we are at Ansible node, right? So let's quickly get the IP of the credential of the domain controller. So I have saved it over here. So the user is the infotech and the password is this, right? So let's go to over here. All right, so here we are at the Active Directory, and this is the user that we just authenticated. All right, so let's go back again to SSH. Where was that? Here it is. All right, so let's see the files. I mean, the inventory file and uh, the AD user that we are going to create. So if we quickly open the inventory, so we have put the credential over here. So we have DC1. So DC1 is similar to this one. So it is communicating internally. So I have just put it DC1. So you can put the IP as well, but that's okay. So we can use it domain, I mean the DNS resolution name itself. And next is variables DC bars. Here we have this user. So I'm going to remove this administrator users. I used it for the previous purpose, right? So we have this Ansible user, this password, the connection is WinRM. The port that we just discussed is going to be, it is 5985. Then the certificate validation, we are going to ignore it, and the transport is being done via NTLM that we just mentioned in the beginning itself. All right, so let's quickly get into the AD users. So Right now we are showing the demonstration, and for this we are just going to create the users, right? So if I quickly cat this, better we can vi ad users, right? So I'm creating a user Tom Cruise. So all right, so we have host mentioned over here as DC. So if you see the previous file, cat it, the inventory, right? So I have put the inventory as DC, and so we have list of servers, but here we have just one because we are making entry to just one server, that is the domain controller. So if in case of multiple servers for different tasks, we can put multiple servers, but that's fine for now. So we are only writing it on one domain controller, so which will serve the purpose of AD validation. All right, so if we go again to AD users, so it says host is equal to DC, so that consists of the domain controller DC1. All right, so now we have the tasks, right? So the name of the task is create user, and the model that we are going to use in Ansible playbook is win domain user. So I'm putting this name as a SAM account name for Tom Cruise. Then the first name, the surname, the company, the password, super strong password. All right. So the description is saying Tom Cruise, the domain admin. State is present. That means irrespective of whether the user is not present, so it is going to mark it. I mean, it is going to create. So that's the purpose of the state. It is going to preserve the state, right? So the domain server is DC1 that we mentioned in the in the inventory itself. Now the groups, so domain admins, that is the group that we are making it part of, and domain users as well, which is the default group, and the rest of things, street and all that. And after that we have attributes as well. So the first attribute is phone number. I'm not sure the correct phone number, so yeah, just put it as simple as this. Now that is the last thing is display name. All right, so it is going to display this as well. So now we are going to close this, or better we can save it just in case I messed something. I mean, I updated something. All right, so let's do cat again, and let's look for this user in AD if it exists or not. So I'll put filter over here, and I'll search in entire directory, right? Okay, so it's not here. Now we are going to create it right away. So I'm going to run playbook. The command is Ansible playbook. I stands for inventory, and the next is the playbook is the YAML file is adusers.yml. All right, I'm going to run it. All right, so now it is gathering facts. So let's see, it will take less than a minute to run the whole execution. Okay, it is still running. All right, so there we go. It says it has been created. Okay, equal to 2 and change equal to 1. All right, so let's go to this ID, and all right, we see the increase in number, and here it is. The user Tom Cruise. Display name is Tom Cruise. Description is Tom Cruise, the domain admin. All right, so we have all the details. So this says that we have successfully connected to AD and does the job. I mean, perform the operation. So in a similar way, we can perform rest of the operations like GPO, I mean, linking objects and any of the things that we can do. We used to do manually from AD. Right. So yeah. So let's go back again over here. Yeah. So I think that is pretty much. So if you like this video, or if you want more videos, like I mean, we want to get some more exploration across the things, then you can definitely let me know in comments. I'll try to make more videos and do let me know if you want me to need some improvements. So I'll try to make it more clearer. All right, thanks for watching.